Hi, House and Home. I'm Philip Mitchell from Philip Mitchell Design.
And I'm Mark Narsansky, and welcome to the Lunenburg area of Nova Scotia.
The thing about the south shore of Nova Scotia, there's something about, obviously, the environment that's here is incredible. Like, there's something about being on the ocean. There's the most incredible topography around. The environment changes dramatically from one coast to the next. Parts of it are rocky and other parts have beautiful beaches. Inland, there's beautiful wineries. Like, it's a really special province. But what's really special about this province, and I think part of the reason that we were the most attracted, is there's something about the people on the east coast of Canada that they're unlike anywhere else. And I feel like the people here are probably one of the biggest reasons why we were attracted to the east coast.
This is our summer house in Kingsburg, and we're up at the top of Beach Hill. And what it is, it's an incredible location that overlooks both Hurdles Beach and Kingsburg's beach. So on the one side of the house, all you do is take panorama views of the ocean and Hurdles, and then you turn around and on the back, it's just a whole nother beach. So it is probably one of the most amazing settings for a home.
This is definitely a Cape Cod house. The architecture is very classic. It's simple, but part of what we were attracted to was its location and the siting. And as Mark said, this incredible location is so inspiring, and every room has a view of the water. It's filled with light, and it's just incredibly comfortable. We took cues from the architecture that was here. We painted walls, we sanded floors, and we just sort of added little details to enhance what was already here. Bead board paneling, butcher block countertops. There was an assortment of things that we just kept adding to make another level of detail.
It just became this white palette where our things in it went in, that all of a sudden it feels like home, when it is a home that was built for somebody else.
I would definitely describe our style as collected.
We both love books, we both find a piece of something, and then we just want more of it. It becomes kind of a passion to collect more of them, which is, this house became the perfect setting for all those things.
When you first walk into this house, for example, I'm a passionate collector of antique boxes, so we have a collection of marquetry boxes from our travels all over the world. We also have some beautiful oil paintings that are seascapes that Mark loves.
I love a dreary seascape. But what also I think about the foyer, because it's the first place you enter into the house, I collect snow globes. I'm originally from Niagara Falls, the land of tourists, and I had one, and out of that one grew 300 plus. And so Philip designed this shelf for a group of them for here. And so there's a display of all these snow globes that I've collected or people have given me, which creates this whole sense of travel and journey and a bit of who we are between the boxes, the dreary paintings, and of course, my snow globes.
You come up a staircase to where our main floor is. That is where we live the most, and that's our kitchen space, our living room, our dining room. And our kitchen really is the hub of the house. It's where everybody wants to be. It's where Mark prepares amazing meals. We're mixing drinks, and even though we have a bar, often people are in the kitchen because that's just where people go. And we wanted to take cues from the original kitchen that was here and build on those. So we kept all of the original beadboard cabinetry. We added a new faucet and new countertops and surfaces in certain areas, but then we restored old butcher block countertops to keep the kitchen authentic and real, and it just feels like super comfortable and a great kitchen to work in.
For in a dining room, I am a big believer that a round table is the best conversation piece, because no one's at the head and everybody gets to talk to everyone all the time. And as soon as we brought our round table here and put it in, it changed the space to feel like a dining experience. Everywhere you're seated, you're really looking out to the ocean again, which is really kind of incredible. And it's just one of the most magical spots for this house. It's amazing how our things fit into this home. There's a Biedermeier chest that has been with us through every home, found its perfect little niche. And I think it's really a testament to Philip, where he always has all our pieces and things in the back of his mind, and he finds a place for them to belong. Our collection of martini shakers, which, if you know us, we love a good martini, adds an element of conversation too, because it brings people a little bit of knowledge about who you are and what you like again.
The house is situated in a way that you get this incredible panoramic view of both Hurdles Beach, Kingsburg Beach, Kingsburg Pond. You're looking at water in every direction. And so what's amazing is that the dining room leads into the living space. The living room has, 3 exposures, which is remarkable in a house. Incredible cross breezes in the summer. When we were looking to decorate the space, we wanted to keep it as neutral as possible. There's amazing double hung windows throughout the house. It has great exposure, but we also wanted to soften the space, and we were lucky enough to reuse a number of window coverings that we had in a previous house that ironically fit the number of windows here exactly, which was serendipitous.
We're used to a fireplace with actual logs that we burn in, and it's beautiful and it's romantic with the crackling. But this place actually has a wood stove, so it's actually an amazing source of heat. And we've actually made coffee on the top because it's actually a wood stove and it works as a stove. So it's a great asset.
Truth be told, Mark's actually even made breakfast with eggs on the stove.
Yes.
When we've had to. Mark is definitely the Boy Scout of the two of us.
We play a lot of backgammon, and we've always had a games table where we've gone, which is sort of part of who we are. And so this living room, which has this really great sectional and a little spot to kind of relax with your friends, it's a long, skinny space. And Philip's like, why don't we take the other half, instead of doing a separate seating area, we don't need that. Why don't we put a games table there, and then we can play backgammon here or Scrabble, or we can have people over. If it's just a few people, we can have dinner there. So it's this really great use of a space because it really has these incredible views again. Upstairs in the house, there are 2 bedrooms. The house was really a summer house when it was built. So it wasn't really built for a primary bedroom. It wasn't designed around the way we live. So we took one of the bedrooms, the largest of the 2, and made it into our bedroom, which has beautiful views over to the ocean. And the other one, which is smaller for a twin bed, was obviously for guests or whatever, we converted that into a closet. There used to be a big window seat in the bay in the front, but we never used it, so we took that out and we put a games table up there for jigsaw puzzles and for writing and doing some stuff. So we have used the whole upstairs to become our home and the way we want to do it. So basically the upstairs became the primary suite.
In addition to our house, we have a little guest cottage on the property as well, which friends and family stay at on a regular basis. That's pretty cozy. It was originally a garage and a workshop, and there was a small little flat upstairs, and what we did is we didn't need a garage and we didn't need a workshop, so we ended up converting the lower area into 2 bedrooms. So it's a really great self-contained little guest house that has a living area, dining area, kitchen, bathroom, 2 bedrooms. It's a cozy spot where people love to spend time.
And also too, when you come up here as a guest, everyone's nervous about disturbing the other person. You can wake up at your own leisure, you can go for a walk, you can go down to the beach, you can make a cup of coffee.
It provides the most privacy that you can possibly imagine, and who doesn't like to be a guest in a guest house? Another amazing part about the East Coast, especially in the South Shore, is that there are so many artisans and so many shops filled with amazing, talented people, artists, craftspeople, and we've come to the conclusion that we have a lot of things. A lot of great things, and not enough room for all of those great things that we've collected over the years. And so we've decided to open a shop, which we've opened in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia.
It's our home there. Basically a gallery showroom within our home. And so, which is unique to a regular store, which is you go in and it's a lot of merchandise and stuff. The rooms Philip set up as how you would live in them, showing how you can mix modern furniture with traditional, with Limoges fish plates on the wall. Things that actually give this whole sort of character that you can purchase from here, or you can be inspired and do it at your own home. So it's a really great kind of laboratory as well as a sales tool for us.
The inspiration for the store also is amazing, that you can sort of display things in such a way that it feels natural to people, that it feels comfortable, it feels like a house or residential space that people respond to, rather than just looking for the right candle or the right candlestick. The fact that everything is in situ and it's displayed in a certain way, it feels comfortable to people, so that then sometimes I feel like they see something that they wouldn't necessarily have thought they needed or they wanted until they saw it in the space accessorized or merchandised in such a way where it felt very comfortable and real, and that's something that people respond to as well, we find. We came here on a trip unexpectedly more than like 2 decades ago.
We basically came for lunch and bought a house. And so we were like, we'll buy this old house, we'll restore it, and down the road we'll live there. Well, through the process of restoring the house, we absolutely fell in love with Nova Scotia 100%, and to the point where I never wanted to leave. And so it slowly went from occasional weeks to occasional months to we never left. And then it became our home.